Damn you, Hittites! Those damn Hittites. Fine. I know what must be done. Yeah, I say that so confidently. Do I actually know what must be done? I don't think I genuinely do. Let's get plain flags even though they are prohibitively expensive. Well, no, not prohibitively expensive if I can afford them, no are they? More food. A sea flag or the money from hills? Money from hills sounds about right. Give me that money from those hills right now. I know I could wait, get more hills, get more money, but no. We'll flag these things right now. Gobble up the resources as much as possible. Get as much food as early on as possible to be able to move armies, build cities, and so on. And then I'll just get the cash and invest it into a huge army. But that comes later. Let's go. I should get a decent bit of food this turn. Because of the money I'm spending, I get a boost in, and because of the boost in terms of food. Oh, I see. Grassland flag. All something to do with forests. I mean forest flags, I know what they are, I know what they do, I don't know how you get them. Let's get this grassland. Fall out there. And then flag all of this. All of it. Soon enough, I ought to start flagging hills. But not now. Do I get hill flag tax? That's the question. They can be quite expensive, and it is a bit of a priority for me to get those silly hills. So maybe, just maybe, I should do that in spite of everything. Right, next turn I get the final hill flag tag and start flagging all the hills like crazy. Plenty of food to come my way this turn. Three flags on the sea for all sea flag tags. All food per grassland. I need to flag the two remaining grassland tiles. This will presumably get contested and gobbled up by the enemy. Need to flag them in order to benefit from that heavily. Also, I was supposed to start flagging hills though. I could get power in grasslands, that's also tempting. But if I do that, I can no longer get the final hill flag tag. Fine, hills it is. I'm switching to hills. Fine, give me the grasslands and give me the food out of them soon enough. And then I'll flag the hills and then I'll begin to conquer. Once I have the money from the hills to build an army. Canoes! To get island flag tags. All the nomadic tribes. Plenty of flag tags to get some resources. Fine, I don't think I'll get all those flag tags, because they're prohibitively expensive for me. But we'll see. Food from grasslands. I have one more grassland to flag if I want that surge in food. Well, let's flag it right now then. And get these 2 mountain tiles. The plan for next turn is then, therefore, to claim dairy farming, to get more food, to flag more mountains, and once I'm done with that... Once I am done with that, I will build that huge army. Also, if I get those resources for flag tags, I could just research the lowest tier flag tags. That's going to be 28 in terms of science, for a payoff of 30 in total. But I guess I can dump my science points, transforming them into other resources. So gaining 2 in terms of resources isn't as important as it is for me to actually trade the science that I spend for money and food. I'll have 34 science next turn. I could say get science out of planes, or say money out of planes. That would also be nice. Let's get science out of planes. Let's go all in on science from, say, plains and mountains for now, and then all the science will go towards amassing money. Please don't contest this. It's not contested, excellent. Library, build a city on grasslands, or get an island flag tech. Well, not a flag tech, an island flag. Give me this island. It will not even be contested. And give me food from grasslands. Science from plains, please. It's plain and simple science. I'm establishing my borders here. These might end up being contested, but let's hope not. How about that forest? It can give me more food. Now, let's get the mountain. Let's actually get the mountain to begin with. Well now, I could save up for that grand army I've mentioned. Yeah, I might want to start saving up. I will still get some food out of what I have around here, but I'll focus on saving money. This is contested. Who'll get it? I'll get it. City on plains. To get a plain yield tech, not the worst of ideas, but I don't have enough food for that. And the plain yield tech could very well be more food out of all those plains, which would be brilliant. Or rock climbers. That's what I desperately need. A hill flag. Will this get contested yet again? We'll see. How persistent are you, Orange? How persistent are you exactly? I'll have exactly 40 gold next turn. Enough for an army. How about more science out of those hills? Soon enough, I'll spend that science on money. Don't you worry about that. But for now, I'm getting science out of hills. Next turn, 44 science. It's a decent bit. I will also get science out of grasslands because that's quite worth it. Maybe I should build those tiny little cities of mine. that my faction specializes in. They also generate resources. All you need is food to extract those resources out of them. It gets contested again, but I get it this time. Fascinating. Alright. 5 flags in 1 turn, not gonna happen. Own 3 cities on hills for a hill power tech. That's very unlikely to happen, but might as well give it a go. Fair enough, that's going to be 13. And I can get more food out of these forests. But if I do that, I won't be able to move my army. Hold on. Let's get the army. Do I go east or west? This is arguably the most important choice I make this entire playthrough. Let's go west. A second army I spawn has to go in the opposite direction. Get this forest. Give me more money out of those hills. I know I'll soon enough get the science out of grasslands. This was just more worth it right now. 61 science next turn, might as well get, say, more gold. I'm saving up gold to get another army. Brilliant. I could also buy power in various places. That's absolutely crucial. Where do I want to get that power? Presumably in grasslands. Although islands might also be nice. Islands and the sea, that would really isolate green. Would starve them out of resources. We'll see. For now, let's just save up. And I'll spend the science on additional resource generation for now. I can get power techs later when they are actually necessary. For now, I have an army that can threaten plenty. They don't need additional power. They don't need much of anything. Additional money. I don't need additional money, not quite yet. I mean, I don't need the extra bit of additional money as a surge right now because I want to flag another forest and then get money out of it as well. Reducing money waste does sound like a reasonable idea. I spent 15 right now, but I would have lost 5 that very turn, so I'm only spending 10. And that helps me... Well, no, because that only reduces it by 3. Fair enough, but I'm also reducing future waste. Yes, but I'm not getting an army next turn, am I? That early army might be worth it. Can I actually get that boost? Is that enough? Hold on, that gives me 42. And I just barely don't get enough with that little boost. Damn. Can't even invest in those basic... I could hypothetically invest in that. Ugh, never mind, never mind. What I'm doing makes perfect sense. Let's reduce money waste. Flag this. And be done with it for now. How do they have power in islands? From a tech. Well, 2 can play this game. Fine, I'll get island tech. I guess. Island power. I could of course also invest some money in getting more power, but I'll do that later. For now I want more armies. Not necessarily the most powerful armies, but armies. Lots of them. Threaten here, there we go. Green is threatening up there. Crop rotation, very tempting. Oh, but that's in the forest, that's not happening. That's plenty of resources. What do I do now? If I only had 50, I'd be able to get food out of hills. Somehow squeeze it out of there, but I think I'd rather get money out of plains. If they don't move, they lose 2 tiles and gain 1. I think that's worth it. Oh yeah, aside from that, I can also move my army, say, over here. I can also build one of my silly little tiny cities. Get a better foothold. Yeah. Sure, let's build a tiny city. Spend that food that I just got. And once again, I'm saving up money. It's not like I can invest those £3 in much of anything. Green's trying to defend, but now I'll threaten over there. Won't I? Well, Green has managed to defend a bit, as much as they would have wanted. All hill yield text to half movement cost across hills, that's nice. Oh, look at what's going on here. I'm at the top, and nothing is happening to the east, thank goodness. Grassland power is tempting, but no. All hill tax, moving in hills, no, moving through hills, I guess. And on hills is cheaper. I'm tempted to get some more power tax. But what I actually should do is presumably just invest a smidgen in power. Or, you know, get a 3rd army. Yeah, let's get that 3rd army. How about that? A fleet would also be welcome. Just need 80 for that. And I could flag a couple of sea tiles, yes, but I would also need a coastal city to get that fleet, wouldn't I? Fine, we'll get another army soon enough. Holy City, all philosophy. Can't end the turn on an island, I'm afraid. Well, I could put even more pressure on this area. Doesn't sound like the worst of ideas. Or I could head east. Presumably I should put a force on the eastern border. It's for my own safety. Now I can spend, say, half of my money on power each turn. Getting power in the sea sounds tempting, but if I'd invested in power on islands, I should really start getting fleets if that's what I want to do. I think that might have been a horrible mistake. That might even end up costing me the game. Maybe I should get power in mountains instead. They have an easier time conquering to the east. Those mountains give me plenty, don't they? That's 2 more power in mountains. These guys should be pushovers. I'll eventually get a 4th army to deal with this nonsense, I guess. We'll see. Grey is defending, which is wonderful, and I am threatening orange. Brief respite, no threat and hexes. Fair enough, that could work. I think that will work. More power in mountains, perhaps? Power in grasslands is also tempting. To get rid of green. But that seems like spreading out my power all too much. More power in mountains, please. Wait, couldn't I have gotten... No, stop. Hold on. Brief respite, and let's actually get more food out of plains, obviously. And with that additional food, I can build more cities everywhere. Tiny cities. Let's say a tiny city here. And that might be it for now. Bring the power only up to 2, I don't need more. I could also start reducing wealth waste even more heavily. All sorts of waste for that matter. Power waste is important to deal with. So how about I spend 100 on reducing power waste next turn? I don't desperately need power right now in huge quantities because I tend to get power attacks to deal with that. Currency. Double the wealth yield to reduce wealth waste. Or the fruit orchard. Spend food to keep getting food. Let's invent currency, I guess. Ooh, Grey incursion. Grey needs all the help they can get. Reducing power waste. I know this reduces my power temporarily, but I'll deal with it. I'll be fine. Another tiny city. More resources shall flow. Give me money out of grasslands. I could use the extra bit of dough. Maybe I should start flagging the sea. Eventually get a fleet though. Oh look, I am getting threatened as far as that little island is concerned. But thankfully I'll push them out of here because of all the power I have this turn. My power will diminish next turn, I believe. We'll see. No, that was the threat from last turn, I guess. And now it resolves with my diminished power. Yes, so they can defend. Goldsmith, invest gold to keep getting gold. All, you know, reduce knowledge waste. I don't think I'll double my food yield anytime soon. The goldsmith does sound tempting. It's a huge expenditure though. Yeah, how about I bring my power to a whopping total of 2 and then reduce power waste even further while I still can. Let's make this tiny city a tad bigger. I'll use the goldsmith soon enough, but not now. Not yet. And as far as size is concerned, what do I want? More power in mountains? If I did have more power in mountains, I would threaten this entire region. Yields are tempting, but no, more power in mountains. With that single army, I'm just dealing with all of this nonsense. I should just give them more power, I think. I guess I'm too greedy for that. No, you know what? Fine, no. Let's bring them up to 3 power. That'll do it. I defend easily except for that forest. Brief respite completed. Druids to get more science or owning most of the plains? Druids. An investment into the future. Reducing wealth waste yet again. I'm tempted to deploy a fleet, but no. Reducing reducing power waste. And I can still bring them up to... I can still keep them at 3 power, which is wonderful. I'm pushing on 2 fronts. And Grey is still kicking, which is amazing. They usually die very quickly. Presumably mostly because of the Egyptians that tend to win. Oh, I can build more tiny cities. I love those tiny cities. Look at those tiny cities of mine. Aren't they grand? Another tiny city right there. And I can build them because I have the food. Less and less of it, granted, because I keep building these cities. And they do take food to maintain. But they do grant me wealth and science. Herbal remedies or mathematics. Doubling the population is going to be a tall order. 24? Can bump them up to 5 power, should I desire to. Really? How are you so powerful in those mountains? Oh, I can't just get more mountain power attacks to offset that. Huh. Oh, they are so powerful because they have another army over there, obviously. Oh, and then there's the city they have over there. I'll have to deal with that soon enough. But presumably not yet. Let's move these guys over there. Threaten even more. Maybe just conquer the sea tile? What will that help with exactly? Fine, let's ignore the sea tile for now. Well, I could threaten it, yeah, but I could only threaten it if it didn't belong to me. I can't threaten my own tiles. That's not how any of this works. Money out of forests? Doesn't sound like the worst deal. Or I could save up science and say get even more power in mountains. That would be absolutely brilliant. All resources out of the sea, but for that I would need to flag sea tiles, and green is already the owner of most of the sea. If green expands over here, it's going to be marvelous. If they can compete against the Egyptians, that would be great. I'm just holding them off over here. Yeah, they're contesting territory, but I'm contesting the spy network. All hard-won peace. Neither is really going to happen. Fine, let's bring power to 7 and buy more power in mountains. Sure. Let's also build another tiny city right here. Oh, I do love those tiny cities of mine. Do I get power in planes to defend myself here? I could do that. Fine, power in planes it is. I have enough science. I'm threatening these tiles. Will I kick them out of their own territory? Yes, they decided to defend to the east, so I'll clearly take over this stuff. 4 tiles will be mine, and I defend over here as well. That's wonderful. Wine! Own most of the grassland. That's not going to happen. Now let's reduce power, save up gold, since I'm not really getting threatened, am I? Let's flag this. I could also flag a couple of sea tiles and start getting some resources out of the sea. But to really make a dent, I would actually have to start building fleets. Which I absolutely could do. Now get some power in grasslands to invade through here. Further down the line, of course, not yet. That's not happening anytime soon. But it might happen eventually. For now I'm pushing east, dealing with orange. Red is doing all too well. The Assyrians are having too good of a time of it. I presumably should stop messing with orange, who's just about to perish, and instead deal with green. Epic March to get more power, or the courthouse to no longer waste wealth. Both seem perfectly fine and viable. I look forward to Epic March, but not wasting wealth really pleases me as an idea. It can replace currency. Sure, and I could also reduce my power waste, but not now. No, wealth is no longer wasted. All the wealth I generate, I keep, which is great. You head on over there and defend. Let's get the goldsmith as well. I want that extra income that will not go to waste at any point. I could also get more power in cities, to conquer cities more easily. But that is spreading myself too thin, isn't it? Maybe I should focus on grasslands, and instead of bothering orange over there, I should bother green. Find more power in grasslands. And since I so desperately want all that power in grasslands, might as well say get more... Oh, I don't know. Food out of grasslands and science out of grasslands. I'll also let off. Head all the way over there. And deal with green. Put some pressure on them. I will be able to defend without spending any gold on additional wealth. Soon enough, I'll also reduce my power waste as much as I possibly can. At which point I'll be able to pump up that power immensely. Fishing port, all camel riders. Camel riders, please. That'll give me plenty of power, but at a cost. A cost I'm perfectly willing. Okay. Yes. I'll get that extra power, and next turn I may very well want to reduce power waste. Oh, sweet merciful logos, look at this. So I can say bump myself up to 5 power right now, and I'll have enough to reduce power waste next turn by 50%, as low as it can go. Should I wait for that opportunity that relies on me reducing power waste to minus 50%? Well, rather, reducing power waste to 50%, I guess. Also, what do I spend my science on? Some silly yield, perhaps? Might as well say get more money out of the fall forests I have, alongside with some science. That money will not go to waste. Also, if I get an abundance of science, I could always say get more science out of my citizens or more money out of my cities. Although that's difficult to accomplish because 250 is difficult to acquire. Also, there's science waste to consider. It's still a factor, quite a huge factor. Gray is making quite a few impressive moves. I haven't seen that in previous attempts. Previously, Grey just gets kicked out by everyone, but I guess by weakening Orange just enough, but not destroying Orange, I have given Grey a chance. And now everyone is essentially milling about. Own most of the hills. Or more food out of hills. That's really tempting, but... Ah, I see. Green kicked me out of here, but I'm now threatening these tiles, which is great. Instead of reducing waste, I could get another army or even a fleet. Considering how much money I'm getting, getting another army sounds like a grand idea. Sort of, what do I get now? More power in cities? How about even more food out of grasslands? Sounds like a decent idea. I can also build a couple of my fabulous tiny cities. Well, by a couple, I mean I can build one right now, but it's more than nothing. Obviously. I can also flag some of the sea, even though I will eventually own, say, the 5 tiles to the north. Well, maybe also this one, so that's 6 tiles, which isn't a lot. I may as well get started on that. I should contest green as far as the sea is concerned, and for that I'll need fleets very, very soon. Assassins for more power. Maybe I should stop focusing on destroying Orange. They've had it rough for long enough. Instead, we'll put some pressure on Grey over here. Powered. Hold on, how much are the assassins? 50, 20. Getting the assassins to get +2 power. Let's get power all the way up to 7, then I'll reduce power waste. And this will all be grand. Another tiny city, please. Look at all those tiny cities. Aren't they glorious? Look at how many of them there are. This is marvelous. I still don't have the pyramids, but I'm getting there. Look at how many tiles I'm threatening. And of course green is no longer threatening there because they're desperate to defend right here. To no avail, I have too much power. I've even destroyed the army because they positioned themselves in a position from which they couldn't have been pushed away a single tile. So the army got obliterated. That's the best possible outcome. Threaten 10 spaces on the map. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that all at once. Reduce food waste to -5% to trade more favorably for food. I'm not about to trade for food. It could be handy at some... Nope. Legendary General. Let's hope this counts across turns, as would be sane. I have more power in islands by a bit. Also, I'll move my forces over here. Oh, look at the pressure I'm putting there. Glorious. This will all be mine. I could also get some resources out of that sea. It's not that much, but hey, if I was willing to invest in, say, forests or even grasslands, of which I have so pathetically few, I might as well get resources out of the sea, as expensive as this is. And then once I conquer plenty of the sea, it'll be even more glorious. Right, that's a decent bit of gold. Let's reduce power waste as much as humanly possible. And now I still will not pour everything into... Actually, no, that's enough. Fine, I pour 100% of my gold into power. I'll be at 6 and I can get a fleet. I have 4 armies right now. Things are going rather well. I might as well flag these sea tiles. I'll make use of them. Orange wants to conquer them, and, you know. That's the problem. I won't necessarily mind losing a tile here or there. Not at this stage. I'm doing too well. Own most of the hills. That sounds brilliant, but I want to keep Orange alive for a bit more. I will not threaten 10 spaces all at once, I don't think. Owning no threatened spaces sounds a lot more likely. Chariots are absolutely brilliant. Require a huge upfront investment, but they're brilliant. I'll get them instead of olive oil? I just need 4 more hills for olive oil. But yes, effectively I would have to crush orange or destroy green. I'll sooner double my population and reduce waste in some capacity. Which is not that valuable anymore. Reducing power waste would be wonderful for mathematics, but it's no longer in the cards. More food out of forests? Fine, give me that yield tech. Yoda! Stop threatening my tiles, damn it. I'll defend easily now. Oh, and I could spend all of this on power, but I would rather get a fleet. That's plenty of pressure. And now I can continue spending money on power. I know that my power will now dwindle, but hopefully I won't lose this city, right? I got another fleet, so yes, I'll be able to defend if barely. Hill fort for resources or archers? Archers. Let's pump power all the way to 5. And start getting some power at sea, perhaps? Why not? Power at sea, 1 tier. Let's grow the city so I get even more resources out of it. And that'll be it. Staying at 5 power seems reasonable. I barely don't get that, but I should threaten all around here. And unsurprisingly I do. Catastrophe. Or a sewer system. The sewer system sounds really tempting. It's unlikely to happen, but a man can dream. No, I can get another fleet. Fine, let's get another fleet. And some more power at sea. Actually, power on an island seems more important. Or does it? Yeah, island power is what I'll invest in right here, right now. Actually, power in cities is also important because I'm about to lay siege effectively to that city of theirs. Let's bump this up. So I get up to 6 power. That's about it. If Hittites want to conquer this, I guess they're free to do so. I want the sea tile. Grey really should focus on dealing with the Egyptians. I don't want the Egyptians to win. Mercenaries, instead of the sewer system, yeah, I won't be able to grow anything to 8. That's excessive. Just 3 power. Not free power, mind you, but 3 power. Yeah, if I apply additional pressure over there, they'll crumble. I could also decide to crush Orange, considering that I mostly have land armies, unless I can make a dent over here, in which case I could proceed to destroy Green entirely. Alright, that's it. Next turn. I'm all the way up to 9 power. There are 2 fleets radiating over there. This army will get destroyed or pushed? Pushed. And now I'm radiating power there. Own more fleets than armies. That's not going to happen because I have too many armies. Oh, no threatened hexes for 5 turns. Presumably not consecutive. Right, you guys, head on over there. We are conquering that city. Just to make sure that we are conquering a city, I'll give you more power in cities. And you folks, you'll go over here. Apply pressure to Grey. Now I could also move these folks, say, right over there. Crush Orange. Decently big move. Maybe I should have kept a land army there. We'll see. Let's keep power at 9, at least for now. So 3 units over there attacking, 2 defending plus a city. But that doesn't matter, I'm too powerful at this stage. The city got somewhat demolished, but it's still okay. Moving the land army over there. And moving the fleet over here. I know I'm getting threatened though, I don't think that's such a problem. Food out of the sea, all science out of the sea. Food. We'll use that food to upgrade my tiny cities into not so tiny cities, I guess. They keep growing bigger and bigger. Wonderful. How am I doing? One more all-meal fleet, and I complete the Colossus. More power techs for the Temple of Artemis. That's 5 and 2 tiny cities for the pyramids. I'm doing rather well. I think I might just win with the damn Hittites. Finally, after many, many unsuccessful attempts. Yes, I know, orange will conquer this tile, that's okay. Market town or a zoo? These really don't matter as much. I could save up 300, but no. Actually, the zoo is more likely than the Golden Age, I think. But it requires plenty of science and plenty of food. Yeah, let's give up on it. I might get the Golden Age, we'll see. Science out of the sea, perhaps? There we go, and as far as the reduction of waste... Could reduce, say, the reduction of science waste. To be able to accumulate some. If I am to build one more tiny city, then I'll be able to reduce that waste by a decent bit. Food waste usually isn't that much of an issue. Fine, let's get 2 tiers of this, and then build a tiny city on an island, reducing science waste as much as I possibly can. I'm putting pressure on so many factions at once. Glorious. Putting pressure on Grey. Orange through here, orange through there, and green through there. Meanwhile, the Egyptians are not doing that poorly. They're in 3rd place with me in 2nd. Sailing! All island yield techs to half movement cost across them. All cavalry to get more power. I have the population, I need some more power techs, which will be easy to acquire, and then... That's just it. 3 more power techs and 1 more army or a fleet, and that's it. Well, fine, let's do just that and get them. I could get, say, power in forests, as useless as this may sound. No, that'll make everything else expensive, won't it? Is there anywhere I actually want power? Yes, let's go over here and get some power at the sea. Yeah, I would love to conquer some sea tiles. But that seems to... Letting of pressure over here to the west just doesn't sound as tempting. Power in islands sounds very nice, but Fine, let's get power in plains to be able to more easily conquer this region. Let's grow this city for more funds, more science. One more army, 2 more power techs, that's it. How are these guys doing? Pretty well. Oh, we're effectively in the same boat. Red is doing a tad too well. Fine, in that case let's spend basically everything on science, but not quite. And keep enough gold to be able to buy another fleet. Military drills, that's not gonna happen. None of this is going to happen. Here's one power tech. And another power tech. Finally. The ultimate fleet. That's it! Right, I just need to end the turn and not have the Assyrians win. I repeat, it's important for the Assyrians not to win right now. Which they could. Let's make this city even bigger, why not? Ending the turn. I've won with the Hittites! Oh my goodness, it took me so many attempts, but I finally managed victory with the Hittites. Oh, thank goodness. You have to utilize those strengths, obviously, and play around the weaknesses. You have to build those tiny cities all around and make use of power techs, which is unusual to say the least, because most of you just pump money into power and supplement things with power techs. And usually, building cities is prohibitively expensive, so you just build some and then you upgrade the existing ones. But no, with the Hittites, you just spread across the map. Anyway, thanks for watching, and you will see me elsewhere.